What if you left a place for good, but the place wouldn't let you go? Imagine clocking out for the last time. You turn in your badge, sign the papers, and walk out the door. But back at the job, people still see you. Your shadow on camera, your figure in the halls. The system says you're gone, but your co-workers know what they see. This is the story of Marisol Vega, a night guard at Sterling Automotive Parts. She worked in silence, her presence essential but unnoticed. When she left, her absence was just a line in a file, but her presence lingered. Marisol's story became a quiet legend among the night shift workers. It wasn't a ghost story to scare, it was a story of comfort, of solidarity. It questioned what it means to be erased, and what it takes for a person's story to refuse to disappear. Marisol was gone from the records, but not from the plant. Her story forces us to look closer at the people we overlook every day. Marisol Vega was the kind of person you could work alongside for years and never really know. She was in her late 40s, with a quiet strength and kind eyes. She preferred the steady rhythm of her duties, not small talk. Her job was to walk the plant's silent corridors from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. She checked locks, watched monitors, and kept the night safe. Marisol was dependable, never called in sick, never caused trouble. To management, she was a name on a schedule, a number on a payroll. Her work was a solitary loop, a walking meditation through concrete and steel. She knew every sound, every shadow. Her invisibility gave her peace, but also meant her contributions were overlooked. She was part of the background until she was gone. The system saw her as a cost, not a person. Marisol was a ghost in the machine long before the rumors began. Her story is about the dignity and humanity behind invisible labor. Marisol's life was built around routine. She arrived at the plant, changed into her uniform, and took the logbook from the evening guard. Her shift began with a quiet exchange. Then the plant was hers. She walked the dark offices, checked doors, and patrolled the silent factory floor. The machines slept. Her footsteps echoed. She scanned for anything out of place, a caretaker as much as a guard. Her breaks were spent in the security office, eyes on the monitors. She ate simple meals, watched the cameras, and kept watch. This routine was her life. Predictable, stable, and hers. For 8 hours a night, Marisol was essential, if invisible. She ensured the chaos of the day could begin again smoothly. Her presence was the silent foundation of the plant's safety. In the quiet, she found purpose. Marisol's departure was as quiet as her presence. No farewell, no announcement, her name simply vanished from the schedule. The new guard was told she resigned, effective immediately. The system processed her exit with cold efficiency. For management, it was business as usual. But for the night shift women, her absence was immediate and unsettling. Elena and Rosa, the cleaning crew, noticed the change first. The new guard was loud and nervous. The plant felt less secure. The official story was she found a better job, but it felt too abrupt. There was no goodbye, just a void. Her absence was a missing note in the nightly rhythm. The system erased her, but her memory lingered. The plant felt different, less safe, less whole. Strange sightings began 2 weeks after Marisol left. Elena heard familiar footsteps, saw a figure in a blue uniform, gone in a blink. David, working overtime, saw a guard with Marisol's limp on the factory floor. The new guard was elsewhere. The sightings were impossible, yet persistent. Shadows in corners, reflections in windows, a familiar posture, always fleeting. No one saw her face, but everyone recognized her presence. The sightings became a secret among the night workers. They didn't report it. They knew they wouldn't be believed. Instead, it became part of their routine, a shared, unspoken mystery. Marisol's presence was now ethereal, uncertain. She was gone, but somehow still walking her beat. The legend grew quietly, a comfort rather than a fear. Her absence was filled by her lingering spirit. The mystery deepened when technology confirmed the sightings. Security cameras caught a figure in uniform at odd hours, grainy, distorted, but unmistakable. The new guard was elsewhere. The logs showed no entry. Doors were found unlocked with no badge swipe recorded. Footage showed flickers of movement, bursts of static. Cold spots moved through hallways, unexplained by the HVAC. The old time clock sometimes stamped blank cards at the times Marisol was seen. It was as if she was still trying to clock in, still following the rules. These were not just feelings, they were measurable events. The building itself seemed to react to a presence the records denied. Marisol's routine had become a ghostly echo, refusing to be silenced. Her labor was imprinted on the plant, transcending her physical absence. The ghost in the machine was real. For the women of the night shift, Marisol's presence was comforting, not frightening. Her shadow in the corner, a sudden chill, these were signs she was still watching over them. Elena and Rosa began to look for her, exchanging knowing smiles when they caught a glimpse. Marisol's ghost felt more capable, more protective than the new guard. In a world where night work can be isolating and vulnerable, her presence was a silent promise of safety. She had been a calm, competent ally in life, and remained so in legend. The women didn't try to explain it, they accepted it. Her presence became their shared folklore, a story that bound them together. Marisol's dedication was so strong it couldn't be extinguished by resignation. She was still on the job, a familiar shadow in the long, dark hours. Her spirit was solidarity, a silent guardian for those who needed her. The legend was not about fear, but about belonging. Marisol's ghost was a continuation, not a haunting. She remained a silent promise of safety. Marisol's lingering presence created a unique bond among the women of the third shift. In the world of management, she was gone. In the night, she remained. This secret was a quiet defiance against a system that erased her. By acknowledging her, they refused to let her be forgotten. Their work was essential, but often invisible, just like Marisol. Her story was their story: dedication, invisibility, and quiet strength. When they spoke of her, it was with pride and ownership. The legend affirmed the importance of their work. Marisol's spirit was a manifestation of their collective power. The official story belonged to management, the real story belonged to them. The legend of Marisol Vega became a symbol of their unspoken strength. Was Marisol Vega a ghost or something else? Perhaps her story is about the powerful presence of women whose labor is taken for granted. Marisol represents the countless invisible workers who keep the world running. The system tried to erase her but failed. Her presence lingered because her work mattered, to people and to the place itself. Her story is about recognition and value beyond paychecks and promotions. Her spectral appearances were a protest, a refusal to be invisible. The energy she poured into her job had to go somewhere. It became legend. In the end, it doesn't matter if she was a ghost or a memory. What matters is what she represents. No one is truly invisible. Every act of labor leaves a mark. Marisol Vega's story is a haunting reminder to see the people we overlook.